Welcome back to the Forge. We're getting to the end now of the 618, and the theme that was underpinning this 18 was this idea that we were linking the beginning of the manuscript with the end, that we are reviewing what we learned previously and linking that in to what we know now. It's keeping that momentum going. These next three sayings, 6, 16, 17, and 18, are part of the unfolding evolutionary process. And if we look back at the first keystone saying of 1.1, there are still two lines that we haven't touched upon, and that is reigning over all, and in reigning they shall find rest. And that is where these three sayings are leading to. What I think we will do is look at each of these as a separate video, and then we can link them all together at a later point. It's just that they have a separate theme, so we're looking at themes within themes of this evolutionary process, and there are layers and layers and layers of connections and links that hold these together. So let's begin with 6:16 and 1.3. Let's just read these out and then we'll look into what they tell us. Jesus said, "The kingdom is like a man who had treasure hidden in his field, which he knew nothing about. After he died, he left it to his son. The son also did not know. He accepted the field and then sold it. The person who bought it came and ploughed it and found the treasure. He began to lend money at interest to whoever he chose." 1.3, Jesus said, "I will give you what no eye has seen, what no ear has heard, and what no hand has touched, and what has not occurred in anyone's minds." The theme that runs through this linked pair is the hidden things that will be revealed to you. As you have already experienced, those hidden things have been revealed all the way through these sayings and all the way through the 18s. It is an expansive spiritual training path that has been laid out before you. 6:16. The kingdom is like a man who had treasure buried in his field that he knew nothing about. That is telling us that this information has been in scriptures, in spiritual manuscripts, in religious documents, that has been passed along father to son, generation to generation, century after century. But actually, it has never been discovered. That because of the way that religions work, because they work based on the needs of the majority of people, they just keep repeating what they do over and over again. It's just handed along to the next generation to keep up that consistency of the message. What we have here is the person who brought the field and then ploughed it to discover the treasure. That is the person who comes along with fresh eyes, who challenges the ideas and the beliefs of a set system, a set framework. The person here is Jesus. We take ourselves back 2,000 years, we find that there's this rebellious human who is asking some very, very awkward questions of the religion and the world system that he finds himself immersed in. He is the one who is challenging the system in every way because he has this calling, has this living spirit that has chosen him to awaken. He's asking those questions. I know that there is something else. I've experienced an awakening, but I can't see it in the systems which I am surrounded by. The person who bought the field here is Jesus, who is finding the treasure and then spreading it at interest. There's this continuity idea again, passing it from one person to another, to another, to another. That is the interest. And it says, he began to lend money. Money here is not physical money as we know it. It is a thing of value. That's what the word money is hiding. The thing of value is the spiritual knowledge and the consciousness that is hidden in that knowledge. That is what is being passed along. You are also that person who has bought the field. This information is now being revealed to you. It is you who are the person who is challenging the world that you find yourself immersed in. You have this consciousness. It is coming into you like the lion that eats the person, like the drink that goes in. It is that consciousness which is now internal. It is now within you that is wanting to spread, and it is your interactions with other people. It is the passing along of the treasure that is now there because you've revealed it. You can spread it. This hidden thing which is being revealed will at times be almost overwhelmingly astonishing to you. One of the questions that you will ask is, why doesn't everybody else know this? Why do I appear to be the only one who can interact with that non-physical dimension, that knows that they have a living spirit which is eternal, that knows that there are levels of consciousness that I am immersed in? You'll ask yourself that a lot. Why is it apparently I seem to be the only one that is living in accordance with that knowledge? And that leads us into 1.3. I will give you what has not occurred in anyone's mind. I will give you what you can't see, what you can't touch, what you can't hear. What you are being given is a state of consciousness. That is the treasure that has been buried. Now that buried treasure is open and it is spreading. So these two sayings give us this extraordinary insight into the revealing of this state of consciousness, but also the continuity factor that is happening, how it is being passed between us. So the hidden things that will be revealed, it's part of this larger group at the end, which is part of the unfolding evolutionary process. But it is also that understanding from the end of 1.1, and they will reign over all. It is your individual awakening that puts you into this unique position as this unified person, both physical and non-physical. So we're going to roll over these themes into the next pair and see how they continue these sayings.